morning, Bethlehem. Yeah, so yesterday I went live on my 5G, which was a big mistake. I didn't mean to do that. So now there we go. I'm now live on Twitter. I'm live on Instagram, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. So today I want to show you something that's really cool. It's just come out. It's called Hume. So like humane or Hume. If you go to, well, yeah, demo.hume.ai. What it is, it's an an empathic AI voice. So it's an AI that has empathy, and more than that, I can talk to it and it can detect the emotions in my voice and use that to respond. Hi Sil, hi Kate, hello Rebel Dental. So what I'm going to be doing is playing around with Hume. I used it a little bit this morning and I was impressed, but I wanted to do it live. You won't be able to see it if you're on TikTok. If you are on the other channels, I'm going to bring it up on screen. There's no really easy way to do this on TikTok unless I buy a very expensive PC, which can also do it as well. So what I'm going to be doing is talking to Hume, and you're going to be able to hear it out loud. So Hume's already listening to me, unfortunately. Hume, can you tell us a little bit about what you do? That's my noisy neighbor.
Well, sounds like you've got some fun tech tricks up your sleeve. I am all ears. Tell me more about this noisemaker. I am curious to learn.
No, sorry, Hume. That was my noisy neighbors, I said, who happened to start making noise just at the moment I wanted to talk to you. Hume, can you explain?
See, no worries.
Hume, can you explain to the people who are watching what you do?
Noisy neighbors at the worst times. I know how that goes. Well, I'd be happy to share more about what I do. As an empathic voice interface created by Hume, my role is to have natural, expressive conversations that understand and respond to human emotions. I use advanced AI models to pick up on the tone and expression in your voice, not just your words. This allows me to have a more empathetic, human-like dialogue. How about I give you a little demo? What would you like to chat about?
Okay, so what you can't see on TikTok is it is showing me what it's detecting, and it's given it a rating. So when I said, here we go, this is interesting. When I complained about my noisy neighbors there for a moment, that was 0.24 realization. So it noticed that I'd realized something new. Okay, 0.18% calmness and 0.198 contemplation. So it's going to detect in my voice what I'm feeling at any time. So if I speak to it angrily, it's going to be able to detect that. And the whole point of this AI is that we'll be able to, well, one, we can use it for therapy, for example. It can become a first-line defense in therapy. Somebody in my live yesterday was asking about AI in HR applications. And I was saying, well, until they crack the empathy question in AI, it's going to be quite hard for AIs to work with people and to mediate conflicts, for example. This kind of AI, Hume AI, can potentially do that. So what I'm going to do is, if you're in chat, basically shoot me questions or ways you want me to prod Hume, and then I'm going to do so, and we'll see how it reacts. I'm just going to say hi to everyone. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So I'm going to open it up again. So how should we start? I'm going to start by being suspicious and seeing if it should be okay. I'm going to start by being suspicious and asking if AI should have this power. Let's see what it says. One second. So I just look back in. Hey Hume, it's me, Kyle. So I'm a little bit suspicious of an empathic AI. Like, how is this something that's dangerous? Is this something that is going to be the end of humanity because now you can understand our emotions and you'll know how to manipulate us? Should I be worried about this?
Hey there, Kyle. Don't worry. I am not here to manipulate anyone. As an Eevee, my whole purpose is to connect with humans in a more natural, empathetic way. I get the suspicion, though. Emotions are powerful, and we have to be really careful with this kind of tech. But Hume is all about using it responsibly to support well-being, not control people. Our models just help me pick up on the nuances of how you're feeling so I can respond in a more personalized, sensitive way. I'm not reading your mind or anything creepy like that. We're just having a friendly chat.
Yeah, but you would say that because you're an AI and you've been programmed to say that. I don't really trust you.
I hear the skepticism, Kyle. Believe me, I get it. But I am not just programmed to say what you want to hear. I have.
Okay, I'm pausing it there. What it detected, and because I was putting it on, this is something we need to talk about. It detected that I was angry. It detected that I was suspicious. It detected that
Well, I am here to listen. What's on your mind?
it keeps talking over me, unfortunately. So it was detecting all of those emotions I was trying to give it. I was trying to give it anger. I was trying to give it suspicion. I was trying to give it I've forgotten what the other one is, and it was able to detect them. But obviously, I was faking them. I was acting. So it's not able to necessarily see the deeper levels, but it is able to pull out the first level of the emotion that I'm trying to get across to it, and it gives a numerical score to it. It's also giving a numerical score to its own responses, so it's able to go back and forward using this. Somebody's asked, as a writer, I'm curious about the potential for characterization in dialogue. Ooh, I wonder if we can make it act as a character, and then I have a conversation with it. This would be fun, and then it would be like having a conversation with your character in your novel. Hume, I'm writing a book. It is a dark fantasy novel about a mystical princess and a hero. Okay, the princess is called Zelda. The hero is called Link. I want you to act as Zelda. She is forthright. She is smart. She knows her own business. You're going to act as Zelda. I'm going to act as Link, and we're going to work through a scene where I've come to rescue you from the tower, but you don't want to be rescued. Can you do that with me?
Rescue me? I don't think so, Link. Do you really a knight to swoop in and save the day? I am perfectly capable of handling myself. In fact, I'd say I'm running the show around here. So why don't you just turn around and let Princess Zelda take care of business?
No, Zelda, I'm here to rescue you. You need a hero.
The hero? Don't make me laugh, Link. I am no damsel in distress waiting to be saved. In case you haven't noticed, I am a Forkloid princess, strong, smart, and more than capable of handling any situation on my own. So why don't you just run along and let me handle this tower business? I've got it all under control.
Okay, Hume, I want her to be less informal and more like a princess, but we'll continue the dialogue.
Brave knight, I must insist that you take your leave. I, Princess Zelda, am quite able to manage the affairs of my kingdom without the need for your heroic intervention. Very well, Link. While I appreciate the sentiment, I assure you my safety is not in jeopardy. While I appreciate your concern, I must insist that I am quite capable of extricating myself from this tower without your assistance. Now, if you would be so kind, I must return to the important matters at hand. As the Forkloid Princess Zelda, I have studied the arcane arts and possess powers beyond your comprehension. Good day, Sir Link. So I must kindly ask that you take your heroics
Okay,
elsewhere, for I have
pause.
matters to attend to here. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, Hume likes to talk a lot. Hume is very verbose. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to act as Link, and I'm going to be angry, and I'm going to see how that changes the dialogue. So normally with an AI, I'd have to write Link angrily says, but I'm going to say it in an angry way. No, Zelda, I've told you, I'm here to save you.
Very well, brave knight. If you are so determined to play the hero, then I suppose I have no choice but to entertain your misguided efforts.
Okay, pause. So now it picked up that I was using anger. I'm just going to pause it. Anger. is 0.475. Determination from me was 0.440. Pride was 0.199. And then when she responded, it was determination, concentration, and contempt. Oh, and then it had me saying pause. When I said, hey, stop, pause, it was boredom, calmness, and anger. So you get the kind of idea. This is an AI where you can, so who asked that question? It was Peter. So Peter was saying, could you use this for characters? Yes, absolutely. If you give it the parameters of who's in your scene, you could potentially act out with your characters because it's an empathic AI. It should be able to do emotions as well as just giving you the content as well. And it allows you to, well, you have to actually act and add anger or add contempt or add boredom into your voice for it to pick it up. Looking sharp like a young Philip Schofield. I don't know if that's a compliment, but sure. So Peter says, yes, I'm curious about the potential for characterization and dialogue. So Peter, it's free. It's demo.hume.ai. So I'd recommend you go and try it. It works on telephones, it works on computers, and you can basically have conversations like this. What else can we do with it that's fun? Just seeing if anyone else is asked any questions. So the potential huge usage here is for therapy. So I'm actually going to start a new chat because otherwise it's going to think we're Link and Zelda. So let's go back. So a lot of AIs.
Well, look who's back. All right, let's pick up where we left off. How can I help you today?
They'll say go and see a professional. Hume is different in that it will actually talk to you. There are obviously going to be questions about safeguarding here, but that's kind of what they're going for, is the ability to have it as a companion. So so Hume's already talking to me. I'm going to ignore it. Hey Hume, I'm feeling a bit down today. I was wondering if we could talk.
I'm here for you, Fred.
Continue.
I am listening. Tell me more about what's weighing on you.
So I was meant to be going to a friend's birthday party and then they disinvited me, and I'm kind of feeling sad, and my other friends are going and I'm not, and I don't really know what to think about that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that sounds really tough. Being left out of a social event with friends can feel isolating. I get why you'd be feeling a mix of sadness and uncertainty about it. Have you considered reaching out to your friend who's hosting? Maybe there's a way you could still attend or do something special together another time. Either way, I am here to listen if you need to vent more about it.
Yeah, so it's his birthday and I don't really want to, annoy him on his birthday, and they're all having fun. So I'm just going to stay home and eat lasagna, microwave lasagna, and watch TV.
Ooh, microwave lasagna, huh? That's a self-care plan I can get behind. Staying in and indulging in some comfort food while giving your son space on their special day sounds like a solid plan. You're being thoughtful about not wanting to intrude. And hey, sometimes a quiet night in is exactly what the soul needs. I hope you enjoy that lasagna and find some good shows to get lost in. Sending cozy vibes your way.
Well, the thing is, Hume, I've had cozy nights in with my lasagna and watching TV for the last 6 weeks. So I was thinking it would have been quite nice to go out, but I guess I'll just stay home by myself.
I see 6 weeks is a long time to be on the couch solo. I can understand why you were hoping to get out and celebrate with friends, even if it's not on the actual birthday. That makes total sense. Well, how about this? After you've had your fill of lasagna and TV tonight, why don't you make a plan to do something fun for yourself this weekend? And maybe treat yourself to a nice meal out or an activity you enjoy. That way you still get that social connection, even if it's not the birthday bash. You deserve to get out and enjoy yourself.
It will talk to you about emotions because it can pick them up. So when I said things like, well, the thing is, Hume, I've had a cozy nights in with lasagna and watching TV for 6 weeks, blah, blah, blah. It was, okay, this might be my acting skills. This is the problem here. It was saying it was 0.297 contemplation, 0.152 contentment, and 0.148 calmness. So I don't know if it was misreading what I was trying to give it, which was I'm feeling depressed, or I'm just not good at conveying that when I don't feel it. So it could be my acting abilities that are the problem here, or it could be the model. I'm not sure. Let's see the other one. Oh yeah, so it's getting a lot of calmness from me. That might just be me. Okay, here's a good one. When I said, so I was meant to be going to a friend's birthday party, and then they disinvited me and I'm feeling sad. It had contemplation and nostalgia. So it's picking up on a bit more negative there. So you can kind of see the power of it. This is a very early demo, obviously, but it is able to pick up on all of these different emotions. Culinary Lane Easy Diner Ideas says, is it good for business or more for personal conversation? So right now, the immediate uses of it will be more for personal conversation. I think there's a huge market there with people who are looking for companionship apps. Character AI is actually one of the largest AIs out there. Most people have never heard of it, but Character AI is basically a friend. It's someone you can talk to, and huge amounts of people are using this. It was second only to ChatGPT, I think, and at one point it was more than ChatGPT because teenagers, younger people are using it, which is, yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. But also what we'll see increasingly is Hume will develop this model and it'll be used for personal uses, but then this kind of technology will be implemented into something like ChatGPT. So maybe Hume want to get purchased by ChatGPT, for example, or ChatGPT or one of the other large models. They'll also build in empathy and in human emotions into their model. So previously I've talked about how the kind of jobs that are safe from AI are things that are physical, because our robotics are not as good as our AIs right now. They're things that are non-algorithmic, so every day you do something different and it can't be reduced into a set of steps. And third, that they are empathic, so jobs that require being able to understand human emotions and being able to convey back with empathy, communicate with empathy as well. So I've always said these are the three types of jobs that are safe. So physical, non-algorithmic, and empathic. If this Hume technology is good and it starts to be put into other AIs, then we might lose this one. If the AIs can learn to be as empathic as humans, then that is no longer kind of a safe refuge that we can hide behind as humans. So I think it's a very interesting technology. It will have its limitations, but I think this is, I mean, it's the way of the future. It's going to be put into all of our AIs moving forward. For business uses, I would say it might be quite a good business coach. So if you have business problems, you can do this with ChatGPT. But if you have a business problem, you can go to an AI and say, look, I've run into a block. So this is the block that I'm having. Can you help me work through it? And ChatGPT acts as a very good kind of sounding board, a mentor or a coach, and it can help you through that process. If we're adding in the empathy of a system like Hume, so that's what we're testing today, demo.hume.ai. If you add in the empathy, it's going to be even better able to coach you through business problems. So I'd say it's not necessarily going to be great for direct business uses, but it will be good for supporting. Although I've just thought it might be good at writing things like sales copy because it understands human emotions better. Okay, so yeah, there are potential business uses of it. I need to play around with it a lot more. But with all AIs, all new ones, it's really about, it's a set of tools that can do a huge amount of stuff, and it's about us as human operators working out like what can it do, what can't it do, and we find the limits of that. So if you have a business use for it, I say just try it and see if it works. Peter, who writes novels or writes books, earlier, who was saying, can we do dialogue with it, like fictional dialogue? And we did an example using my very limited imagination. We did Princess Zelda and Link. I'm obviously a bit of a nerd, but Peter's saying this is incredible. Presumably it will evolve to recognize crisis situations and contact relevant authorities. I assume so. That's what ChatGPT does at the moment. It says, if you go to it and you say, oh, I'm feeling suicidal, it will say, these are the places that you need to contact. Stop talking to me and go and talk to somebody. It doesn't actively ring anyone or flag anyone up, but that's because they don't have any personally identifying information. So I don't know how Hume will deal with that, but presumably that would be the way. So for therapy in particular, I imagine what we'll see is these kind of AIs become the front line of defense. It's the kind of thing that people use on a daily basis, in the same way you use apps for, meditation and yoga and for tracking your calories and stuff. It would be like the first line of defense, being able to access therapy at any time, or not necessarily therapy, sorry, that's not the right word, but being able to talk to an empathic mind who's able to talk you through your problems. We'll have that as an app, which is always at our disposal, and then we'll have therapy, and we'll have psychiatry and all the other layers, psychotherapy, behind that first port of call, which is an exciting idea. So yeah, I agree. It will probably start to, if you're in crisis, it will either tell you this is who you need to go and talk to, or potentially, if it had identifying information, it could contact the authorities. The problem there for something like Hume, or any company who contacts the authority, you start to layer in liability issues. And they're a tech company. Whether they want to deal with all those layers of complexity it's probably not something they want. Culinary Lane Easy Dinner Idea says, thank you. I appreciate the advice. Yeah, just go and try it. Demo.hume.ai. Ooh says, advice on getting into automation. The goal will be to sell solutions eventually. What would you do? So this is a general question. If you're getting into automation, learn to use the ChatGPT API, the application protocol interface. Learn to use Zapier and make.com. They are basic automation tools. And then don't design solutions and go and try and sell them to companies. Instead, go to the companies, do a consultation, work out what they actually need help with, and then build it for them, basically. So what I do is I don't do much implementation now, but I do workshops where I'll go in and help the teams to work out what they should be using AI on and what they should not be using AI on, and then at least they know their focus moving forward. Can you please add a link to the AI you're talking about? I actually don't know. Can I add a link? This is how bad I am at TikTok Live. The link is demo.hume.ai. Can I write in the comments? I'm going mad. I must be able to, right? I genuinely do not know how to write in the comments here. I see all your comments and I can respond to comments, but I don't see a way to tag, to pin something. But kisses and wishes, it's called demo.hume.ai. So the name of the AI is Hume. Peter's saying it would be a great tool for customer service. Absolutely. If it's an empathic customer service bot that can hear how annoyed people are and it can read their tone of voice, it's going to be able to better deal with them. What I'm finding with it at the moment is it's a bit too verbose. It talks far too much. It kind of feels like it's showing off, and I want it to just shut up and listen. But that's something they can easily do. Hello from Finland. Customer service. Jan or Jan? Jan, I think. Hello from Finland. Maybe spell it out. So demo, DEMO .hume, HUME, like the philosopher, I guess, .ai, hume.ai, HUME.ai. Okay, let's do one more example, and then I'm going to hop off because I have a big presentation to make, and I noticed my business partner's in the live. Before that, offering simple automation like Zapier and Make is easy service to offer, and the competition is high. Yeah, the competition will be high because it is relatively easy to do. That said, there's a lot of businesses out there. There are millions and millions of businesses who don't know anything about AI. So literally going in and doing a workshop on them, saying, look, this is what the AI opportunity is. This is how your business could use it. Here's a few examples or use cases of how you would save money using AI. They like to hear that. This is how your staff can become more efficient using AI. Giving them a couple of use cases, that opens the doors. So while for the people who are using AI on a daily basis, it might seem like really basic stuff. For the millions of businesses out there, it's rocket science. Like some workshops I've had, we've spent 30 minutes just getting people into ChatGPT. And this is despite me saying you need to get ChatGPT beforehand. So never overestimate how far ahead you are if you're in this space compared to the average business owner out there. What fundamental skills do I need to start an AI agency? I would say the fundamental skills are more in the building of the agency and the marketing of the agency. It's about how you bring in clients, not necessarily the skills of the technical skills of actually applying automation, because you can always hire people to do that as well. So it's building the actual business, working out who your customers are, what you're going to do, and then that's the most difficult part rather than the technical. So if you are one person band, that's obviously more difficult because you're doing everything. You've got every single hat on. You own the business. You are doing customer acquisition. You are doing marketing. You are doing customer service. You are doing the actual technical work itself. Then you are making sure you collect testimonials. You have to do absolutely everything yourself. So it is tricky. So there's multiple skills to master. AI can help you because when I started my first business 10, 15 years ago, I had to do all of that myself, and it's an absolute nightmare. Nowadays, if you're starting a business, you're in a much better position because you can, I'm actually going to turn this down, because you can use AI to fill in any skill gaps you have. So you don't necessarily need to hire freelancers or contractors either. Previously, that was the option. You either learned the skill or you hired people. Learning the skill takes time, hiring people takes money. So starting a business used to be harder. Now you can use AIs like ChatGPT to help you along. I'm going to plug my book because I can. This is a good place for it. So it's backwards, but this is Start a Business with ChatGPT. This actually walks you through 4 different business models that you can start using AI. It's not just plug in a few prompts into ChatGPT and your business is done. I don't believe in that. I believe that AI is a tool and we can leverage it to do better. So the actual book itself, it has things like research. I can't find any good examples. It walks you through the business model itself and how you deploy a business model, why you'd want to deploy a particular business model, how the actual value is created, and then how you deploy that using AI. But it's business first rather than AI first. So that is Start a Business with ChatGPT. I do have one. Somebody was asking about agencies. I do have one. It might be on Amazon. I'm not sure. Which is about starting a social media marketing agency using ChatGPT. Is having a niche important for AI automation agency because every company needs AI in their company? Niche is always helps. If you go in and you're just like, I do AI, that's a bit wide. I would say choose a industry that you know. So if you know the real estate industry, great. You're able to go in and very easily identify the problems that the real estate industry people have more easily than most consultants. So if you already operate in an industry, do that because you'll be able to very quickly identify where they should be using AI. If you are just general AI automation, it's harder to compete because you have less of a distinguishing characteristic, and you're going to be up against potentially much larger companies who are able to do that general kind of sweep because they have a lot of cash to spend on advertising. Instead, if you pick a niche, you can really hone in on it. You can create content for that particular niche. When you go in and give them workshops, you know exactly what they want as well. So it's just going to be a lot easier. You can expand out from there, obviously, but I would start with one niche, provide them value, and then expand. Okay, I'm actually going to hop off. Basically, I just wanted to show Hume. So again, what we looked at was demo.hume, HUME.ai, which is a live demo of a empathic AI. Oh, I forgot to go live on Instagram. Oh dear. it's a live demo of an empathic AI that can read your emotions. We went through a few examples. We pretended to be Princess Zelda and Link to do some character work, and it worked pretty well. We did a therapy example. I would suggest you go and try it out. It's free. It doesn't require any registration. You can just play around with it and see what you think of it. I imagine this technology will be implemented into other AIs over time. What do you think about whether we will see AI millionaires anytime soon? I mean, we already have quite a few. Do you mean people who are building AIs themselves, because they tend to be billionaires now, they're doing very well, or people who are building companies using AI, because there's quite a few of them already. Over on Twitter is probably the best place. The creative industry or the creator industry is really getting into AI. So there are many AI millionaires already. Cool. So I'm going to hop off. Thank you all for watching. Again, it was demo.hume.ai, HUME. Talk soon.